back at it with another live stream. So we've got 3 piles to eke out today, and we are talking love. All right. Pile number 1, listen up because I got to put this card back. But pile number 1, you may actually resonate with that pile. In particular, if you are here for a love type of message, tarot reading makes sense, right? And you know and or possess the initial R or know someone who does, whether in first, middle, and or last names, okay, because I was making sure that I had the deck located to pull out of, and R just carried the audacity to reach over and lay claim to pile number 1, long story short, okay? So I don't really know who all that's about, whether it's connected to the collective member or someone you know connected to pile number 1, but pile number 1, there is some significance to the either first, middle, and or last name initial of R, okay? Just a heads up, all right? Whether that's your initial or somebody you know. Love and light, eat me, welcome. All right, so we've got 3 piles today. And the running theme here, connecting back to essentially every collective member, irregardless, hear me out, irregardless of whether or not you actually resonate with any of the piles today. All right. I'm looking at the Magician card. I'm looking at the 3 of Wands, the Hierophant, which is all that energy, I'll say it that way, is all over the place this particular session. Go figure. I'm so serious. I mean, in the multiples. All right. So, you know, maybe you could have been really placing your prayers and petitions out into the universe here lately, or maybe you should, right? I do see a call for connection coming out of one of the piles, okay? I won't let the cat out of the bag so you go, no, don't pick that one. I know which number it is too. That's so funny. But anyhow, and I'm looking at the 10 of Cups, the Ace of Swords. I'm also looking at the Ace of Wands and the Strength card coming out of the bottom, you guys, of the decks that we've gone ahead and used. There is some significance to the inner child coming through in general course as an overarching energy. So along with that Hierophant, you best be checking in with the inner child. Makes sense here, honey bun, right? Because that's what's really going to round out everything. Make sure you understand your why. Make sure you know where your passion in the matter is located for some of those more arduous steps or days or nights, perhaps, right? And I do see overarching energy, and maybe this could help you pick which pile you might want to actually F around with, right? To find out what's the what. Pile number 1. All right, here's the sitch. You're all up in your head here, babe. Whoa, yikes. We don't love that for you, okay? So definitely got to talk about that. Pile number 2. Just saying, okay, irregardless of whether or not you know exactly what this is or not, there could be some significance to dolphins. I'm going to go on a limb and say that's exactly what this is. Forgive me, I'm not actually familiar with these characters. There could be some significance to light eyes as well, I do see. But bam, pile number 2, happiness and joy for you. I'd claim it if you were questioning that, okay? Just saying. Manifest. Makes sense. All right. And pile number 3. Ooh, we got to talk. Okay. There's a great need here for alchemization. I will validly state that much. Okay, pile number 3. So not coming for you. Definitely got to talk, though. Makes sense. All right. So that's the 3 piles. I guess we'll go ahead and say those are the indicators, all right, with which to choose. But I digress. Irregardless, you may say, hi, Kian, I resonate with pile number blah, 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 right? Okay, and then you get there and it's like, I don't know. It happens, right? So take what resonates, irregardless of what pile it came from, right? And if you can't make anything fit, let it sit for someone else to pick up. It's probably not your own energy or the person on your mind you were hoping for. Makes sense? All right. So there's that. Okay. I'm mindful of the hour. I'm going to go ahead and ring the bell for those that know what to do. You may do so now. Welcome. Please be a dear. Click the like on the video. Please. If you enjoy the vibe and you know you've been getting stuff and good stuff, I might add, out of these sessions, live or not, out of the tarot readings through this channel, live or not. Please be a dear and join our tribe, okay? You're pulling on the energy anyway. You might as well be fair about it and give back a little. Just saying. It's not even costing you money, all right, to stay connected to something that apparently you enjoy being connected to anyhow for some odd reason. No, I'm just joking. But there are many reasons and different strokes for different folks, so I didn't really want to plug in just one there and limit myself, okay? Or the channel. Makes sense? I'm not here for that, right? Limitations out the window because we do not stand for those. Just saying, all right? If I do say so myself. Ain't no joke there. Just saying. All right, so let's see what we got in the box. Anybody talking to me? Anybody got I got a question. You got a question? You got a question? I got a question. Oh, I guess that's backwards for you. I should do it this way. Question. Question mark. All right, if not, I'm just going to go and do what I came to do here. Anywho, call it a puppet show if you want to, but it's really more serious than that. I just like to keep it light and fun. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys, kind of awkward whenever I just look at the screen. It's just me here, you know what I mean? 'Cause I'm not here for me. Yes, eat me, the bell has rung. So you're putting in all caps that you need to ask a question, which I can't answer in yes or no. It's not a question. So there's that. I don't, you guys follow the live stream rules, please. Only all caps unless you're literally, you know, in some sort of SOS energy. All caps should be reserved for the live stream rule, you know, question for the free yes, no. Okay. Just so I'm not working any harder than I came on here to do, right? I'm not half-assing anything. Don't worry. I'm just saying. Okay, let's see here. Ooh. Yeah, it looks like you might be right about that. The reason why I'm saying that is because in answer 2, we've got a yes, eat me, the Queen of Cups, which is producing probably current energy for you. This, all right, connecting back to you, the Emperor. And of course, you would be coming out of Emperor in this case because you have some sort of increase or some sort of income there. And you may have intuitive awareness, okay, that that message is coming and or that that information will be handed down. All right. Yeah, that looks like that might be some sort of process for you. I don't know if you have legal standing to appeal it or not, but I'm sorry. I don't know how to help you beyond that, babe. Definitely check with counsel. Definitely even go onto Reddit. I don't know if that's appropriate to say Reddit, but like you can even do Google searches, you guys, even if you don't know like the actual forum to search for. Google search like what you know people would say about like they're, you know, they're charging me blah 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 for such and such kind of thing, and pop it into Google like as if it's just what you're searching for, and maybe you can find some groups there. There's also, if you're on Facebook, groups that may actually have some knowledge that might assist you. All right, for that one. So sorry, my goodness. So that's what I'm saying. There might be, that's what I meant. It seems like it's a process. It seems like, I don't know if appeal is the right word, or if maybe it's just go ahead and get a lawyer kind of thing, because it seems like they're going to like, there's going to be, so I don't want to, I'm trying to watch what I say here, eat me. So bear with me because I'm not trying to word curse. Long story short, it just seems like, which at this point, eat me, not to be rude, I feel like you're built for this because you just always had to do it. It's giving all my life I had to fight, right? So I don't know what kind of friends you may have that are connected to lawyers, but I would try to check with them. Do you know what I mean? Oh, you have a lawyer. What, you have a lawyer? Well, even if you if for some reason, even if like the accountant is failing to write a statement, then you need to produce the emails that you've had, the dates and times, um, you know, of course stamped on there as well, to authenticate it and to lay claim to, I tried. I put out the word that I have need of this, you know. You know what? Nothing just happens here, Eat Me. I'm shuffling the deck while trying to assist you in the ways that Spirit allows me to. And this card just popped out here, Eat Me. Of course, I'm honing in on your energy and your situation. This card is a card of victory. Usually on the other side of some fight, though. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to word curse, but right? It's not like all hope is lost just because the yes to your question was a yes, if that makes sense. But I do see in the cards that it's not really like an overnight, like, okay, that's fixed, right? But it ends well, all right? So hold on to that victory and you keep fighting, babe. All right. So there's that. Much love and light, you guys. I see there are 3 of you in here, and we've got 1 like. And for those that don't know, the bell has rung, right? For the free yes, no tarot questions to be served out if you should desire, right? You don't have to ask a question. I'm just letting you guys know in case somebody came in on the back end, right? I love how every time I go, there's so many of us in here and there's only so many likes. Somebody hops off every time. It's so funny. Like, I don't know. It's so silly. Yeah. Well, you know how they say, like, not every, I don't want to say nothing, right? I mean, I feel like they say nothing, but like, not everything that's good is going to necessarily come easy, if that makes sense, right? Please keep that passion ignited within you, Eat Me, because you are here purposefully to really be that passion igniting flame for self and others, if that makes sense, right? I see a lot of that in your recent past even, okay? And you know, your path isn't for the faint at heart, that's for sure, but that also means, like, gosh, how powerful are you, Eat Me? You keep going, right? And they can't do anything about it. I love that about you. I hope you appreciate that about you as well, because you appreciating you, Eat Me, and anyone who can make sense of this, that's going to get you farther and sustain you greater, right? Than, you know, believing some of the other proposed ideations about you and your path that others perhaps are all too freely to give. And of course, it's born out of illusion. And of course, that says a lot more about them than it could ever say about you, Eat Me, or anyone else who can resonate with that. Makes sense? You're very welcome, Eat Me. Now, I just want to be sure I didn't miss over anyone else's question. I think we're good. Okay, pile number 1, you guys. Again, all up in your head. All right? And we're talking love, right? We're also talking High Priestess energy. Okay, that came out for the cards for you. Wow. Whoa, hold on. I did not see that. You are definitely giving Earth Angel vibes here, pile number 1, whether guy, girl, what have you. We've got the... I mean, how, like, insanely psychic, how tapped in are you here, pile number 1? My goodness. The High Priestess and the Empress, what all have you come here to do? What all have you done? All right, besides the damn thing. That's very impressive. What I don't stand for you, honey bun, about is current energies are giving 10 of Swords. No, hold on. Well, which one is the truth, right? We can't have all of this mingling and commingling together. It's at best going to cancel out the energy. We can't have that, right? You're too great. You're greater than any kind of 10 of Swords energy. I'm so serious. And what backs you? Same deal, okay? Divinity within and upon. I can't show her, but we are talking star, all right? On top of the freaking High Priestess. And simultaneously the Empress, okay? You want to go ahead and get the star? Like, how famous are you at this point? And by famous, I'm really talking about in the spiritual realms, okay? So serious. This is giving spiritual wealth as well, okay? But I see somebody's up in arms or up in their head, okay? Because an offer that came in just isn't producing the fruit that one expected. It's not giving the same type of time, let alone timeline. It's giving unrequited energy, all right? And you usually, you know, you're allergic to this kind of energy. You don't live there normally if you can help it. Okay, so that's why we really got to talk here. Pile number one. All right, this card says I am together. There could be some significance to that of the serpent. All right, but this is really talking about you know, hey, I'm the messenger, right? Don't come for me. But this card is kind of outing you here, pile number one, whether you're guy, girl, what have you, because you're being double-minded about something. Okay, but yet you normally are really understanding your power, in spite of the buckery, okay, that might, I've got to speak in code, okay, that might, you know, otherwise not make sense, not be palatable for you, right? You do really understand how to produce alchemy. Okay, there's, I mean, there's so much more you can do too, right? Like probably like shape shift and ish, just saying. Okay, but I'm not really here to talk about all of your abilities. Okay, but you should honor them. All right, especially if you know that's you, because it helps you stay built up. Okay, otherwise you might fall prey to, like, I don't know, some random doormat proposal. God forbid. Okay, we can't have that. That's what, like, seriously, we cannot have that. You're not, that's, you know, you're, no, no. Now let's try again. Okay, get up. All right, pile number one, get up. You got this. Here's the stitch the whole time, in spite of any vertigo. Maybe you've got some of that. I'm not a doctor. I'm not projecting onto you. It talks about dizziness. Okay, there's that head space discombobulation, right? Nobody wants for you, inclusive of your higher self. So if you're still with me, hello, hey, hi, we're doing this together. Fear not. All right, you got this. Keep going. All right, because the whole time you got keys to the streets. How could you not? High Empress, okay, and High Priestess at this point. Earth Angel, okay. This is divinity walking in a meat suit. There could be some significance to some bippity boppity. Let me just take a look here, because I didn't realize that. We're talking voodoo, perhaps. This could be why you're in this energy so out of course. And don't come for me, because you've been outed all left and right over this particular session, just saying. I'm the messenger, okay? I'm not projecting this onto you. If this isn't your path that I'm talking about, you would know, and that's okay. I'm not here saying it should be. I don't want it to be anybody's path, quite frankly, but I mean, we got to talk about it so that, you know, you move on from it. Makes sense? No judgment, only love and light, all right? Pile number one here. So let's see what this bippity boppity, who's doing what or what. I feel like this is not the right deck. Hold on one second, you guys. It's not giving. Gosh, I didn't plan to get into this, so I didn't have it prepared. All right, here we go. What's up with the candle magic? All right. So you could be feeling tired on top of it, right? Like confused. I know I heard illiterate, but that doesn't make any sense because that's not, I'm not sure. I don't know, maybe somebody is illiterate. Maybe the person doing this. I heard illiterate. I'm not making sense of it though, but I said what came through. Oh my God, family. So pile number one, you could have a whole ton of karmics in your family. Makes sense. Okay, yeah. Could be of the reptilian variety. Somebody in your family could be utilizing candle magic with the intention, keyword, to swap destinies, right? I mean, you are great. Big, I don't even want to say no small potatoes. I mean, we talk about that. That's every last one of us connecting to this collective for the channel, right? And just in general, of course, also separately and apart from each other, makes sense. But I feel like that's not enough to describe the amount of divinity within, and again, that backs you. Makes sense. Okay. Yep, I'm looking at 4-4 right now. Angelic realm assistance. You are protected. You are divine. You are divinity. Yeah, attracted to your light and seeking to dim it. Somebody here could have recently, because, you know, with your intuitive arse, okay, you already understood the assignment and did whatever you do in normal course, whether through a practitioner or whatever you know you got going on for protective measures. And I'm here to say, guess what? You know, that's well and good. I'm not going to ick on that, okay? However, please do not get in a fear state, mentally or otherwise, that goes like, I have to immediately upon receiving intuitive hit, download, or tarot reading confirmation about some bippity boppity, have to then subject myself to intentioned bippity boppity so that I can clear the way, I can reverse the magic, right? And here's why. That's really, you guys, a new earth energy, especially high key, so serious, south node type of ish. All right. South node, look it up. All right. You should know your north node, especially because you need to know where you're going in this incarnation, what you're expected to learn, maybe perhaps overcome, and of course, live out energetically, dare I say spiritually. All right. So then the south node, okay, is something that you want to also be familiar with, of course, so you can see how far you've come, perhaps, right? What all you've overcome in previous incarnations. Excuse me. Somebody really needs to call their energy back and cleanse. So serious, okay? Now, here's the sitch. I'm not saying, like, you can't get assistance, right? There's assistance of all kinds that are afforded unto you, and it's part and parcel of your birthright package. It's part and parcel of the fact that you are not separable from divinity, from source, from universal energies, okay? And so there's that, right? I just want to be sure that we're not laying claim to the need, right, to reach out and reverse immediately upon understanding that that's some buckish that's going on. Okay, speaking in code, try not to curse so much because YouTube doesn't like it, right? Which is such BS, and you can spell that out, YouTube. Anywho, okay, I digress. And the reason why is because what if you subscribe to that and it's like, okay, here's the stitch though. What if, you know, as they say in the spiritual community, basically you've got to forgive so that you are forgiven, right? What if somebody, right, was looked over because perhaps you've had so much trauma, you blocked out some offenses. Just hear me out, right, with this illustration. So in legalisms, as it were, all right, religious or otherwise, how is it that you can truthfully lay claim always and in always to know everything and to remember everything, all right, such to the point where you have thoroughly checked your list over twice at least, like Santa Claus, as it were, and you know, you can verify even that you've forgiven everyone so that you are free to be forgiven by divine forces. That sounds faulty, right? So same deal with subscribing to, I've got to, you know, actually go tit for tat with the bippity and the boppity or the boo, all right? Free up a lot of your time, your mental space, and your agenda, dare I say, by understanding you are not separate from divinity. By understanding that because you're not separate from divinity collective, you are protected. One time I was in prayer, I was in a prayer and meditation session. This was years ago. And I tried to be all like, okay, you know, some of these other people in the spiritual community, they go through and they say these words over and over and over again, basically to resolve with self that they are protected, right? And I'm not knocking them for that. I just want my collective to understand that you can just really just understand and honor the truth in the matter. Because either way, you are protected. And one particular prayer meditation session, I was like trying to like step up to the plate for myself and really trying to make sure that I was, you know, like being protected, and I was protective, and I was protector, and I was protecting. And Holy Spirit said, all right, so you're saying what? You want us to back off and you do it? And it's like, nah, let me not get it twisted, right? Because at some point in the path, I had to realize, collective, and I'm just sharing because I care for you. I'm not projecting or some sort of tyrant on a soapbox. I had to resolve in either the believability that divinity backed me or not. The believability that when Holy Spirit should tell me anything. It's never a lie. The believability that I'm connected to Holy Spirit always and in all ways is never a lie, right? So I just leave you with that food for thought, okay? And we talk about these things just for empowerment, for information, for knowledge, which is power, not for some doom and gloom, and not to, of course, fall prey to any illusion that, you know, for every tit, you got to come back for your with the tat type of thing, because who has time for that, right? So there's that. Okay, some of you, your love life also was specifically intended to take a hit. Okay, somebody didn't want pile number one, connected to the collective, to have any kind of love, right? To have any kind of friends, camaraderie, companionship, whether inside and solely within the realm of romance or not. That's so evil. That's so evil. Okay. My goodness. And of course, your divinity walking, I wouldn't want to be your karmic, pile number one. Just saying, so serious. Okay. And so here's the sitch. Somebody, even in I want to more aptly state, the guise of you know, being romance or romantic partner, excuse me, may be missing you. But it's high key giving Sookie Stookhouse from True Blood. It's like, because the life force energy that you carry, they can't sustain themselves so easily when they're off of your V. All right. Just saying, whether guy, girl, what have you. It's giving, you know, you got that juice, that life force energy. You know, this vertigo too shall pass, for those resonating with this, because, you know, and God forbid they even caused you that type of headache, right? Vertigo, because what they're really karmically signed up to receive next is going to break them if they even get to stay around. Pound number one. So serious. All right. They put you in this type of time night after night. And the reason why I say that is, again, it's coming out in multiple decks here. This is a no-no, right? Chills on that. Okay. And so, of course, you've got brighter days, calmer waters coming. All right. This too shall pass. And I'm sure you in your heart of hearts know that, but it's nice to have the confirmation, right? Pound number one. And, you know, you may be single here, but again, it's giving this too shall pass. All right. I do see the energy of an emperor. Excuse me. Wrong pile. Picked up the wrong card. But you know what? Nothing just happens. So you could also, pile number one, all right, not to let the cat out of the bag, pile number two, be having an emperor. And the reason why I also say that is, again, connecting back to the overarching message from the bottoms of the decks, right? The Magician leading to the Three of Wands, the Hierophant leading to the Ten of Cups as well, to ultimately some divine breakthrough, assistive type of energies, namely Ace of Swords and Ace of Wands, talking about new, like, life energy, new path energy, new timeline, new earth energy. Okay, with that Magician and the Three of Wands with the Hierophant, the Ten of Cups, you're actively co-creating what you deserve and desire and more. Okay, and so you're being asked, of course, to continue on utilizing that strength and carrying that passion-filled ability about yourselves. Okay, and you could be, some of you, pound number one, in a situation where it's like, you know what, this offer that came in, okay, going back to this page, this offer that came in is not conducive to you continuing on to thrive, all right, and not simply just survive. You're here to flourish. You're here to be an example. Pile number one. Makes sense? I mean, you're big-ish energy. You're here to be noticed. You're here to be perhaps in some level, measures, and forms compared and contrasted with, because, again, leading by example, existing as, you know, something that maybe is outside of the norm, like a miracle, perhaps. Maybe somebody understands that they are a walking miracle. They should not, in general course, be here but God, kind of thing, right? And so, of course, that's you. Of course, you're not supposed to be accepting breadcrumbs. Of course, you are so much more worthy, right, of a simple breadcrumb. Makes sense. And I get it. Yeah, I feel like somebody here was like, you know what? On the other side of this realization that like this ain't it. Am I shallow? Right? We've all been there. It's like, am I asking for too much? Because again, the world will say you're shallow. You're asking for too much. But really, the whole long and the short of the actual truth is you're too much. And there aren't many that can reciprocate that kind of vibe, energy, and or reach that type of frequency, and dare I say timeline. Makes sense. Okay. So again, confirmation may sometimes really be necessary. No shame in that. Okay. And no shame in realizing, oh, that's a breadcrumb. I thought it was a loaf. Right. We've all been there too. So what will you? Okay, because you can't stay in this trying to please somebody, trying to raise somebody up out of the ground, talking about one day there'll be a loaf and not an oaf, right? Now, put the breadcrumb down, walk away, and maybe some of you had, okay? Maybe some of you are. And, you know, from caring for oneself in a rightful, proper measure, you do get the courage to do things like walk away from breadcrumbs, okay? Whether Geiger or what have you here. And you're being guided to do just that, especially if that resonates with you. You would know exactly who that person is. I don't need to get into it. I don't need to get into them. All right, save your girl the trouble, right? You already know, you know who we're talking about, pal number one, okay? We don't need to read the room such to the point of drudging up that energy, right? It's giving, let bygones be bygones, if I do say so myself. And so I'm going to ring the bell. Those that know what to do may do so now. Those that maybe don't, please and thank you. Check the live stream rules. You got to scroll all the way down to the bottom, babe. Look for those asterisks, those star-like thingies, and the jumbo letters that say live stream rules, okay? And please be a dear and do all aspects of the rules, right? Don't just half-ass it, because I'm not here half-assing your free reading, I promise, okay? And in the meantime, we're going to close out pile number one with the birth charts and or initials, whether first, middle, and or last, on the part of either you collective or the person on your mind, perhaps, that you feel is connected to this. So we'll see what types of confirmations come out. And here's the sitch, you guys. If you know, hey, absolutely none of mine came out of these piles for this particular aspect of the session, but the entire reading, especially, right, maybe high key resonated, take what fits. All right, let the rest sit. It's cool. What's not cool is to know, pile number one especially here, okay, that you resonated with it, and you're not taking the advice. You're not taking heed to the calling, the urgency, even that is coming through, referable to these next steps and the guidance that Spirit has for you. Okay. All right. So walk away if you got it, okay? Love you so much that you are courageous enough to walk away, all right? Pile number one, and anybody who can make sense of that, all right? Regardless of the tarot reading. All right. So I haven't forgotten about the free tarot, you guys. Just wrapping up pile number one. And let's talk initials, whether on the part of your person, the person on your mind, and or yourselves here, honey bun. Take what resonates, and this could be first, middle, and or last. All right. It could be everybody's in here too. It could be yours and your person's. You know what you got going on, honey bun. So serious. Could be some significance to somebody having two P's in a name and or more than one like initial, specifically the initial P. Doesn't have to be the case though. However, somebody's name could be PJ and or JP. Somebody could live in the PJs. Okay, we've got J coming out as well as D. We've got DJ or JD, as I always have to say. Referable to names and or nicknames. We've got C, we've got R coming out. Okay, maybe somebody likes to go to RC theaters. Maybe somebody likes RC cola. Doesn't have to be the case. We've got E, we've got A coming out as well. Maybe somebody is into video games and or is an employer of sorts. We've got L coming out. Maybe somebody is connected to the state of California. LA comes to mind. We've also got Alabama coming out with that one, as well as G. Could be some significance to Georgia as well. Doesn't have to be the case whether that's a name or a state. We've got U and we've got H coming out. Okay, for chart placements, we don't have too many, namely Pisces, Capricorn, Cancer, Aquarius, and Gemini. All right, so let's see here. Let me see here what I got. Love and light, you guys. Let me see who's in here. Wait, hold on. Love and light, Cassandra. Love and light, M. Grace. Love and light, Lisa M. Love and light, Green Palace. I didn't see you guys come in. My goodness. So you guys, please check the description box for all of the live stream rules. Okay. And let's do it. Let's see here about OP M. Grace. Okay. Ooh, that's a very collaborative yes, a very positive yes, okay? Even if in right now it looks like it's not likely, it's giving, there's a turnaround, if that makes sense to say. But either way, it's a yes, M. Grace, okay? Very positive yes, in spite of the history. Okay, now let me see here. I'm so glad you guys are letting me know it resonates. Thank you so, so much. Because I'm like, I say it all the time. I'm like, I'm not here for me. Like, I'm not resonating with any of the piles this time. I mean, maybe every now and again I could resonate. I can oftentimes empathize or sympathize, you know, depending on what all we're talking about. And of course, you know, I'm learning too. So I'll take what resonates and implement accordingly some of those aspects of guidance in my next steps, of course. But thank you so much for being kind enough to let me know it resonates, you guys. I appreciate that. Keeps me going, okay, with my one-man puppet show here, as we call it sometimes, just tongue-in-cheek on the channel. And I say that, you guys, for those that don't know, it's like, because all I can see is me on the screen. It's like me, my hands, cards, and whatever else I can come up with to give demonstrations. And it's just, it's kind of comical when I look back. I'm thinking, oh my God. And you guys, be mindful. If you are watching the live streams way after the fact, please, for the love of God, say something in the comments. Because often, and I do my part, I don't know why this is the case, because I click all of the things for the creators to click. Once I'm off of here and it's officially published, you don't see any aspect of the chat box, which is so funny because I have people coming on here deleting stuff. It's like nobody's gonna see it. I'm so serious, nobody's seeing it. So it just really looks like I'm literally here, like, just, you know, making stuff up, making names of my collective members, and like a one-man puppet show or something at best. I don't know, it's just funny. It's just funny when I look back. Thank you guys for assisting with getting the watch hours up. We are well underway towards monetization. And that really assists your girl, because it won't be as much of a struggle to come on here. And, you know, at least YouTube's tipping your girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Just to balance some ish out. I don't mind giving free readings, right? But I did tell the divine I definitely want to work a lot smarter and way less harder. I'm a hard worker either way, right? But I'm definitely trying to work myself out of the workaholism aspect because it's just not my super bestie anymore, right? It's time for, you know, that new earth timeline, new earth lifestyle, new earth energy, you guys. And so, of course, I'm sharing, right? Not because it's some tit for tat, but for you guys to take notes and continue to do what you've been doing to change your paths, to change your trajectory, of course, in the more higher vibrational sense, right? So it's not a contest. We're all in this together. So thank you for those that actually get that, and you're assisting your girl, you're assisting the channel, because as you do, you're helping yourselves, right? And of course, I'm here to help you too. Makes sense. All right. So it's like a win-win-win-win. So thank you, you know, even if you're taking a shower, if you're, you know, whatever reason you're not going to be on or near your phone, just play something in the background, put it on mute if you have to, just to assist your girl to get this channel monetized. All right, that would be so great. Thank you. All right, now let me get back to the queue here. So we did, I think it was, all right, so we did Eat Me, and we did M. Grace. Sorry for the jiggling. Okay, we've got Green Palace. All right, and then we've got Lisa M. next. Love and Light Sherry 12. Good morning. Actually, I want to change that because I know the origination of the phrase. I'm still working out of it. So let's say Rich Rising, right? They say Grand Rising. We can make grand even better. 100 Grand Rising. Ooh, I just got something for the channel delivered. I'm excited, but I will not let that cat out of the bag. I'm super excited though. All right, let me focus. I'm going to do it. Okay, we're doing the free tarot. Hold on, coming down the hatch. I just got to get back to my place for the 50th time today. Bear with. And that is Green Palace. Ooh, one of your friend. Oh, your ex-friend? Well, I mean, Green Palace, call your energy back. What's that? You know, call your energy back and cleanse. You know what I mean? Access denied. You'd have to really, yeah, they're not going to try to do that on their own. You got to walk away. Like, get on your horse and give your cup to you kind of thing, right? When you do that, you get justice, all right? Who cares what they're intentioning out? My goodness. If we were living that type of time, we'd be all scared of karmics who are trying to unalive us. Makes sense, right? So it's all about your decision, your mental space in the matter, okay? Do you access denied? What will you, right? Are you intentioning to tolerate this person while they're not respectful of you? They're not respecting your boundaries. They're not expecting, you know, anything but you to please them firstly and all the time, right? Like, that's old earth-ish, if anything, right? So then cleanse your energy. You guys, Christina Lopes, last name spelling Lopes, another YouTuber. I don't know her. She doesn't know me. She helped me, her content, I should say, right? Check into how to do the exercises to clear your energy, to utilize the white light, okay, which is that holy divine light that we all carry, right, to protect yourselves. And of course, you've got protective stones, you've got prayers and petitions to make Green Palace, right? And once you do all that, you just know that you know that you know you're free because you've made the choice to be. Unless and until you make the choice to be free, circumstances aren't going to change. Talk about, oh yeah, you're free, because you're free the whole time. But if you believe like that meme we see every now and again, where that horse is tied up to that pretend plastic chair by a little bit of rope, okay, the horse believes that's, you know, that's its post. It's stuck there. Well, then that's what it's going to be. It's going to act like it's going to experience. Don't be that one, okay? You are free. Make the decision, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. All right. So, Lisa M. Let me find you, babe. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. Will I find new genuine love? Okay. Well, you know, we're going to consult the cards here, Lisa. But if you want like a good candidate at love, right, you'd have to love yourself so much that has to come in. And you would love yourself so much that you wouldn't question, would it? And that's not me coming for you. That's just me very matter-of-factly stating some aspects of spiritual laws and principles that we're all prey to, whether we're privy to them or not. And you may want to check out another freebie here on YouTube, hour and a half of your time, called The Secret. Okay, it's a movie and documentary style, and it teaches you how to manifest just that, okay? How to take charge of your own life, your own path, all right, and manifest just that. As I say that, I've got a very intuitive high priestess energy coming out here for you, as well as a very celebratory, collaborative, high vibes, 3 of Cups energy, all right? On the other side of you, Lisa M, hermiting it out a bit, okay? Which really talks about going in with self, understanding your whys, understanding what makes you tick, understanding what you want out of life, understanding what you want out of a lover, understanding what's going to take out of you to be able to make room for that kind of lover, right? You know, we've got the Lover's card energy coming out with a very wish fulfillment type of 9 of Cups energy. And if that weren't enough for you, Lisa, to keep you going, all right? If you require a carrot to dangle before your cart or your horse here, you've got a very divine breakthrough assistance type of energy here, indicating hell yes, you got love on the way. And I know this could have been maybe born out of Cups, but hear me out. This is very purposeful that it came out in Pentacles for you, Lisa. And I know you're thinking, oh yeah, she's going to say resources and abundance on top of it. Could be, since we're talking about it. But really, Pentacles aren't always talking about those things. They are sometimes talking about the emotional well-being, the satiety, when you look upon your own version of your worth when you tally it up, and you know that you rock with you, you stand for you, and nobody else can change that, then they will come in. So that's a yes for you, Lisa. Much love and light. Thank you for those that are resonating with the messages, indicating same. Thank you for tips and donations. All right. Thank you for those who will book a personal reading. Makes sense. All right, let's see here. Oh, it takes 24 hours, but maybe I'll go back. I'll go back and see about that chat box, babe. Thank you, Green Palace. I do opt for the live chat, and I opt for the live chat replay, if that makes sense, Green Palace. But like, I haven't noticed, because I'm watching. Let me see here. From like even a month ago, and I'm still not seeing anything in the box. But I'll triple check. But thank you for that info. I thought maybe it took 24 hours to publish, because I know I can't personally view anything that I like post on live until well after the next day. So I was aware of that, but I'll check about the chat box. Even in the creator space, I'm not seeing the, like, oh, comments were said. It's so funny. I don't know. I'm doing my part for it to work. I don't know what's going on. It's so odd. But yeah, thank you. All right, let me see here. We're gonna move on to pile number 2 if we don't have any other people in the queue. All right. Oh yeah, you can't have that Green Palace. You always have to be authentic. Don't let anybody hold you back, okay? I just saw that comment, okay? So do you, and do you so greatly that other people are inspired to do themselves like that, okay? And then when they're doing that, they're leaving you alone. You know what I mean? Or they're backing off, right? And or maybe they do get to continue to further their path with you, but in a much higher vibrational state. Either way, it's a win-win-win-win-win on the back end of you doing you guys. So serious, especially in this new earth energy. Not everybody is coming into this new earth energy. That's why we talk about, even in the religious communities, but of course the spiritual community as well, the divine ultimately in current energies, current dispensation, sifting the wheat from the tare, right? Not everybody's going, okay? And that's by divine right, rule, and order. So no shame about it. Unapologetically advance forward, you guys. All right, we're going to go to pile number 2 now. And of course, if I skipped over you and you know that you were following all of the rules for the live stream, all right, please know that's my error. If you know you didn't check that description box and you just popped in your question in there, please know that was your error. And you can fix it by checking out the live stream rules located again in that description box. And that's not me picking on you. We just need order around here, so I'm not working any harder than I'm willing to, if that makes sense. I'm not here to read your cards, all right? I just respect the fact that you respect my boundaries in doing so, okay? Makes sense? All right. So thank you. And thank you for those that came on, did the damn thing. I see you too. You just came on, you just clicked, you just smiled a little, right? I love that, all right? Keep it up. So pile number 2. I don't mind talking about how current energies is giving. Okay, and again, we're talking love, you guys. And we are talking Emperor this time, right? Whether you're guy, girl, what have you, Emperor is approaching, all right? And the Hierophant energy is all over this. So serious, okay? It's giving, so this is love. So this is love, right? Somebody gave you their cup, chills on that, right? Ooh, and you like it, and they like yours, and whew, I probably shouldn't get stuck here too long, but I do hesitate a bit pleasantly. Don't always get to swim in that kind of energy, forgive me. All right. There could be some significance to this aesthetic, okay, whether this is you or whether this is your person, all right? So this it's giving, all right? I do not hate that for you. This person also coming to you or is already in your space, general collective, pile number 2, so take how it fits for you, okay? Anywho, okay. This person is going to assist you with your path, but also not rocking it and not ripping it up, but actually balancing it, as well as continuing to and or assisting you to integrate that inner child wonderment. Okay, this is great. I mean, of course, you'd be walking around. Oh, where the heck did the card go? My goodness, we lost it. By Jove. Well, you know how happy you look when you look in the mirror, especially when you're thinking about this person. So we don't need the card. That's okay. I can't find it at the moment anyways. No worries. And nothing just happens. The magician wanted to come down from where I had it in the clip here, referable to the overarching energy. This is someone you manifested. If this is not someone with specificity you manifested, you specifically manifested your one here, okay? This is great. I love this for you. You definitely were utilizing the spiritual laws and principles, okay? Specifically, law of attraction, okay? And this is why we talk about loving on you, so that someone who is worthy can come love on you too, all right? It's really a thing. Can't really get around it, whether you understand that or not. Okay, spiritual laws and principles really, even more so than rulers and principalities, rule over aspects of this existence. Okay, this realm, as it were. Makes sense. You should know about it so that you can assist yourselves with maintaining the balance. Okay, unless and until someone else comes along to assist you with just that. All right, and not saying that, oh my gosh, you're just half cocked, walking around, running around, right? No, in the sense that you are divinity walking in a meat suit here. You're too much already, doing too much, okay? In the most highest vibrational sense of the phraseology, but nonetheless, okay? And so you are asked to continue on with whatever you've been doing here, honey bun, referable to loving on you, referable to your self-care, self-love lifestyle, because whoever I'm speaking to from the collective power number 2, that is most assuredly facts. That's a lifestyle, and as it should be, and unapologetically, and I love to talk about that because yes, that's the goal. So thank you for doing the work, pal number 2, and anyone who can resonate with this message, regardless of resonating with the tarot, but the message of thank you for doing the work. I digress. Now, here's the sitch. We're talking love connection, right? And you're being asked to let love grow because this is part and parcel, this connection coming to you, or as it now stands, take what resonates, you know how it is for you, is really part and parcel of, you know, your just rewards, of you making dreams come true. Some of you have dreamed to not be alone in love, right? Some of you have dreamed to be treated the way that this person the way that this person treats you and or will treat you, okay? But I do see that for some here, maybe not all, there's that Emperor. And there's the Hierophant. This person is backed by divinity the same as you, but it's also like backing the connection on both ends. Meaning, it's almost like, you know, for somebody here, maybe you do subscribe to being benching this connection, okay? It didn't stay off the ground if it ever got up, okay? And so there is some sort of divine timing as well as assistance on both sides from what I can see here energetically as well as through the cards, where the divine, this temperance angel nonetheless has had to sit with each and every one of you connected to this, okay? General collective, right? And on the part of yourselves, as well as on the part of your person, had to assist you guys with balancing ish out. All right. And maybe you guys weren't able to always and always be on the same page. Okay. Maybe you weren't always, you know, of a same mindset or belief system. All right. So religious, spiritual comes to mind, right? Tale as old as time. Makes sense. That this person, you know, they could be in their past more so logic minded, more so logic based, right? Going back to that Dharma and Greg reference, okay, for those that have watched that show. You know, it's like your person heard your words about who you are perhaps and what you guys are perhaps, or just even just your dreams, goals, and wishes, and we're like, okay, I understand what you're saying. I don't know that I subscribe to it. I don't know. Like they questioned even authority in the matter. And this is why you've got Hierophant coming out for the win. Because if you should call on Hierophant energy will come. Okay? And that's on the part of you and this person separately and apart. So whoever you are, please know this is giving like how you would say like kingdom spouse energy, whether guy, girl, what have you, and whether guy, girl, what have you. So serious. Hierophant energy is for the win on this one. Okay. Hierophant energy as well as temperance angel energy has been assisting behind the scenes, whether you have full on awareness in all the ways or not. Okay. And again, separately and apart from this person, you and it meaning the Hierophant energy, and same deal for your person, referable to really that being benched and having to talk to, okay, in the most loving and highest vibrational senses of that. However, this is getting serious. Whatever it is, you guys are contracted to be together, it's giving, right? And Divine knows that, and Divine wants the contract honored. Of course, Divine wants the contract honored with everyone's comfortability included, right? Which also goes back to Divine timing. So pile number 2, you could resonate really with having that pesky king of, excuse me, I'm trying to say king. I'm trying to say knight. Wow. Yeah, it's like, yeah, there's a lot of growth here. I'm trying to say knight and twice said king. We're already talking about an emperor that I'm trying to describe, okay? But in past energies, could have been in that pesky Knight of Pentacles. It's like the slowest moving knight out of any tarot deck, right? But the thing that I love about the Knight of Pentacles is that you know, it's really giving that king energy at least, right? Once they get there, you're not really getting rid of them. They understand the assignment. They are confident in it, and you know, they understand truth to be truth, right? Maybe not so at the beginning here, and still there's utter and total wish fulfillment. You blew somebody's mind here, babe. Okay, you did. And this could be simply and solely by leading by example. This could be simply and solely by, you know, understanding your worth, adding the tax, and also holding yourself accountable to continue on with growth. And that's why the Hierophant, for especially pile number 2, really came out in the largest amount of density, or the thickest amount of density referable to its energy. I mean, you've got Hierophants coming out in 3 decks at this point for pile number 2 alone. All right. And so you've got Hierophant specifically coming out for you, as well as this Emperor energy. It's giving divinity. All right. As it stands. Emperor came out as well. Choice for this one. All right. It's like maybe in moon cycles past, it's like this person was like, no, like this is facts. And you were like, but the facts are actually this with this truth. And they were like, yeah, but I believe differently. Up until you continued on, all right? Maybe you even had a glow up after walking away from this person or holding up a boundary, and it just allowed them to kind of break down what they always knew to be, right? About self, others, also inclusive of divinity. And this is producing the fruit. They now look at you as the way shower. This is giving Yeshua vibes. Most call him Jesus, okay? So there could be some specific aspect regarding spiritual versus religious, okay? This person was like, oh, you're like woo-woo. Like, what are you, like, how is that not demonic? And then you had to show them how it's not demonic to have a most intimate connection with divinity, whether you subscribe to divinity being simply and solely God, goddess, higher selves, universe, source, or not, whatever the tag words, okay? And so that could be some in substance of some of the lacking of meeting on that same page, because it's like you're saying this way and I'm saying this name, right? And it's so sad, you guys. There's all kinds of illusion, okay, that because it exists, people could fall prey to. And that's why we always say, whether in this religious and or spiritual community, study to show yourself approved, so that you know who backs you, so that you know who you are and who you are not. Makes sense? All right. I could be speaking to someone who is a psychic medium here. You could speak with ghosts, other entities and things. And this person is looking at you like, okay, going back to that mind blown energy, like you're some sort of, I don't want to say oddity, but I want to say oddity, right? You're some sort of tangible evidence of how like mysticism is actually a thing and not some sort of, myth, right? It's actually a truth that you can produce miracles. It's actually a truth that you are in your own right sacred and holy because there is no severability between you and source energy. It's actually truth that you can help Aunt May release a word to her great niece about where the family has been looking for this particular item for so long and where that is, right? I mean, stranger things have happened, just saying, okay? And here we go. Pile number 2. All's end that ends well, correct? And this is why we say, you guys, all the time, this too shall pass. Do not fall prey to the illusion. Those that are in separation with their twin flame, do not fall prey to the illusion, because the whole time you are them, they are you. You're sharing the same chakral systems. There's no severability beyond the meat suit, okay? And so what of it, right? Right. You really, it is what you make of it at this point, you guys. And be mindful. You know, we're always talking about, hey, watch how you think and feel, right? Hey, manifest. Hey, guess what? I personally, I don't know if you guys will lay claim to this, but heads up, okay, because we are connected. I have been seeing rapid response lately. I mean, you best be mindful, right? God forbid you're even looking for the parking space you're manifesting a little too slow. You might miss it. That's not me projecting onto you. It's just, part of the course of some of the experiences I've had. I'm like, oh my God, okay, there it is. Oh, there it is. There it is. Right there. Right as soon as right there. Okay, so get ready. Chills on that. I'm excited. It's not a doom and gloom cursing type of message. It's something, it's a call, if anything, to get excited, because your manifestations, whether in the realm of love and romanticism or not, okay, even a parking space, go figure, are really coming in right now. Are you ready to receive? Okay, whether you're connected to pile 2 or not, just saying. So the bell is rung. I'm going to definitely get into my initials and chart placement pile here. Could be you or your person. All right. Could be fairly one-sided or not. Could be a mashup. All right. Just take what resonates. That's all. Don't be taking somebody else's ish, right? Claiming it is yours. You can make your own manifestations. Make sense? So nobody has to fight over anything here. Okay. So don't be fighting over these piles trying to make them fit if they don't. If you know that the message resonates, and if you know that you can even grab it and make it your own, right? To lay claim to the prophecy, as it were, then go on ahead. Otherwise, don't stress yourselves out here, honey bun. We're not here for that. Shoot. I know I'm not here to be stressed. I'm not here to ask anybody else to be either, right? Okay. So those that know what to do, the bell has again rung. It will again ring if you've yet to decide what your question should be. No worries. Hang out with your girl anyways. It does assist me energetically. Also, I love to hang out with you guys, right? So it makes sense. And thank you for those that assist by hanging on anyhow. Just to get the watch hours up. I really appreciate you guys. You guys have really been so great at helping your girl out on that. I'm excited. I am chewing at the bit, in case y'all couldn't tell, to get to that fateful day. That just means I'll be able to be on here a lot more, okay? And I won't have to pay for it, literally. All right, so there's that. I'm excited to say that because this is one of my happy places, in case anyone couldn't tell. It's so serious. I love to be on here with you guys. And the more I'm able to be on here freely, right, then the more you have free readings. How's that? Okay. Sheesh. All right, here we go. I haven't forgotten about the free yes, no, you guys. Hang on one second. We're just closing out pile number 2. Whether on the part of your initials, first, middle, or last name, and or the part of your persons, we've got K, we've got P. We've got those 2 P's coming out again, you guys. Maybe you resonated with pile 1. Doesn't have to be the case. We've got F. We've got Q. You guys, also, I heard when I opened the channel for the session, you guys, I'll have to make mention of this. I heard Josh, or like Joshua, and I heard Bevin, like Bevin. So I don't know if somebody's name is like Josh Bevin. All right, we've got U. I almost forgot to say that part, you guys. Sorry. We've got O. We've got H. We've got C. We've got D. Maybe the name was Devin. I really feel like it was Bevan with a B, though. We've got R. Maybe somebody here is a doctor. We've got Taurus, Libra, Scorpio, Cancer, Virgo, Sagittarius, and last but certainly not least, Pisces, coming out of the deck, whether on the part of you and or your person there for pile number 2. All right, so bell is rung. Let me just do a cursory sweep here. Love and Light Manu, please check the description box, babe, because what you've placed in there, I do understand the request, but it's not appropriate according to the live stream rules. All right, if you'd like a paid reading quickly on the live, we can talk about that. But for the free tarot messages, I've asked everyone who wants one to check out the live stream rules and follow them along, so that I know that you are, how do I want to say this, in alignment to receive a free tarot reading from your girl. All right. So there's that. And you do have time to check. Thank you for joining. Much love and light. Okay, here. Oh my gosh, Cassandra, do you like it? Thank you for watching. Thank you, babe. You don't even have to watch, you guys. I just, because I know a lot of times, especially you, Cassandra, you're on the live with us. So I don't mean to make you like repeat your life or anything, but I do appreciate your assistance on that. Thank you so much. You guys are great. I literally have the best collective hands down. Nobody's telling me otherwise. Nobody is telling me otherwise, because it just wouldn't be the truth. So serious. All right. Oh, what is going on today? Hello. All right. I gotta hydrate, you guys. All right. You don't know yet it's different. Well, you know, you got choices in the matter. Just because you sign on somewhere doesn't mean you're like loyal to the like the end all be all just because, right? Maybe there's just something you're to learn there to take on wherever else you're going. Right, now let's see here, because this one, ooh-wee, hold on. For pile number 3. Pile number 3, watch how you hold agreements with yourself as well as others, right? So, of course, we're talking like boundaries, but also be clear with yourself about what you are agreeing or, dare I say, tolerating. And that's from self as well as others. So, for instance, right? Let's say that, you know, you come on the live and you're like, I would love, you know, just to receive a free tarot reading, however it were, from love, right? But I just, you know, I don't want to take any more of love's time. Like, seems like love is busy. I probably just, long story short, you're not feeling worthy. Okay, long story short. And so you've got to be mindful of yourself if and when you that should resonate. Okay, why is that? And often you'll find that the reason why is that, okay, is because everyone else somewhere along the way from one moon cycle to the next tried to teach you, tried to coach you, tried to groom you into that very ideology about yourself. Isn't that scary? Yeah, it is, and it happens all the time. So that's why we talk about this. That's part and parcel why the channel was created, all right? So that we're not on that type of time anymore, under that you know, illusion type of energy, in spite of what may be projected onto us or intended to be projected onto us. Okay, makes sense? Because who I'm speaking to, pile number 3, connected to the collective, you're normally a pretty positive person. You prefer to be positive. You are an inspiration to others, a motivator of sorts. Okay. But you are being held accountable here, or asked to hold yourselves accountable here, and not in the sense of punishment, not in the sense of like, wow, you should be embarrassed, wow, you should hate yourself. No, none of that. Okay, we're actually fighting against that. Haven't you been told that enough? Makes sense, right? But you're being asked to really hold yourselves accountably, accountable in like the truth of the matter. Are you carrying those type of agreements with yourself, referable to how you carry yourselves, how you believe, and how you receive from self as well as others? Because you would have to get to the root of all of that to make sure that you were balanced there. Okay. Now, this is not a call number 3 to say because you were unbalanced somewhere, this is all your fault. Nobody's saying that. Please take the pressure off. We're all here learning and growing our souls. This is like spiritual ish, bruh. Like, how are we like supposed to judge you on that one when we've all been there, myself included, a time or two, if I'm going to be honest, and I am. All right. So you're being asked perhaps to be honest with yourselves, okay, about what you know that you know, and face it. Face aspects of these harsher truths, perhaps, so that you have less harsh reality. Makes sense? Okay. And as far as harsh reality goes, again, we're talking love here. I do see that this could be somebody you do have, a kid or children with that we're talking about. And this person means you know well, okay? You could highly, by this point of the path, be aware of that or not. So we're talking about it because general collective message for pile number 3, okay? This person has created and will continue to, if allowed, if you make an agreement that they should, to confuse you and to be an interference of sorts, okay? They are asking you to engage in the high highs and low lows that life has to offer, that lacking mental health has to offer, okay? Whole time, this person is seeing you as extraordinarily wise, maybe even inexplicably so, according to their own perception or spiritual acumen. But they also see that you are a magnet, okay, for blessings, for good karma to be received, okay, for miracles, dare I say, okay. However, unless and until you really truthfully have severed the ties here, ended the contract spiritually and otherwise, okay, general collectives, okay, take what resonates. But pile number 3, unless and until you've got this person out of your energy, unless and until you've access denied fully, officially, thoroughly, okay, this person is going to do everything that they can intentionally, spiritually, and otherwise to thwart you off of your mission. They're going to, at best, in intention to swap destinies. They're not going to allow for you to actually get to that master level of anything that you came here to be, that you quite frankly already are. Do you understand? Okay, you need to understand that so that you can honor who you are versus who you are not. Who you are not is never to be considered the equivalent of a doormat or a punching bag for anyone, inclusive of this person, regardless of whether or not they are the father or mother of your child or your children. So serious, okay? If you are concerned about, okay, well, on the other side of this, the court battle will ensue. So what of it? You stand victoriously there. Do what is necessary. Okay? You are backed by divinity on this. What you're not backed by divinity on is allowing this agreement, and dare I say contract, spiritual and or otherwise, to stand. Because that should never be something that trumps the divine right, role, and agenda over your own lives here, pile number 3. So serious, okay? And you've got your part to play in that, like fighting with the good fight type of energy, which is not wrestling demons, not wrestling this person, definitely not sleeping with him either. Instead, it would be to fight with a faith-filled energy about yourselves, okay? And you guys, faith can be a leaky substance. You gotta keep it built up. That's why we talk about all the time on this channel who we are versus who we are not. Maybe if we didn't talk about it so much, we might fall prey to some of that illusion, right? When the boss comes, right? When the ex comes around, right? When the trolls come and they say blah, 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 blah. You might be all like, oh my goodness, blah, 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 blah is blah, blah, blahing. No, it's not. It can't, because you're too built up in the truth of the matter, which is your divinity walking in a meat suit, having a human-like experience, right? And there's nothing anyone can do to change that fact in the matter, all right? Except, here's the bittersweet aspect of free will. And it goes like this. You are powerful enough with that same divinity and the life force energy that you are co-creating with Source, okay, to actually self-sabotage the crap out of the whole entire operation and live out as if divinity never backed you. And live out as if that's the truth. In spite of the truth and, talking about high vibes and you are powerful AF, if you fall prey to a different illusioned type of truth, you're going to live out the way that you believe here. Okay, so it's really important to study, show yourselves approved, so you know why what you believe is your truth. Makes sense? All right. You're in new earth energy here. You're not expected to go up, down, and call it a great week. Whether emotionally, whether financially, okay, whether physically or otherwise. Mental comes to mind as well. Okay? So, no more with the confusion. Access denied. Okay? No more with the interferences that this person, file number 3, trying to lay claim to be connected to you always and always to the end of days, unless and until they can accurately and what's the word, successfully swap out destinies. Ain't nobody got time for that. They ain't gonna allow that. And so here's a stitch, pawn number 3. You could receive the message with your free will, okay, and you could do not a damn thing about it, but you won't want to F around and find out what the divine's going to do about that. Right? Haven't you gone through enough? I mean, we're talking about illusion, we're talking about children, we're talking about interference. It's not good here, okay? This person understands there's a prophecy on your life, and or you are the prophecy. Big stuff. Makes sense you found the channel. Again, my collective, creme de la creme, all right? The best of the best, as it were, spiritually and otherwise. Okay, so act like it so that you live like it. Act like you know that to be the truth so that you live that truth out. Make sense on everything? Okay. You're backed by divinity. Don't let this person lord over you because you've got kids or because you've got, accounts, businesses, and or, locations and houses and all of that. All right. Enmeshed together. So what of it? Because here's the sitch. If you lay your authority and your identity and, dare I say, your prophecy simply and solely with what's little bit of stuff. And yeah, I could be talking about big bucks. I get it. I could be talking about multiple homes. I get it. But what little stuff compared to you and who you are versus who you are not? Gosh, you're really shooting yourself in the foot there, babe. And you will live out that truth. And that's not me word cursing yet, just very matter-of-factly stating the obvious here once you are privy to the spiritual laws and principles. And again, I say, watch The Secret, all right? That's just a little sliver of the tippity top of that iceberg on the amount of power and the amount of ability that you carry and are to action out of, and dare I say, manifest the life that you deserve, okay? And that is the truth of the matter, regardless of whether or not you look into it or not. But I'm here to tell you, you should. All right. And if you're still with me, your higher selves agree. All right. You are being guided to commune with Source here, pile number 3, so that you can be assisted with feeling loved and protected as you are. Okay. You've got a lot going, a lot swirling about you, perhaps. Okay. Some of you are dealing with people that got, attachments, and maybe they walk around looking like this, right? Maybe they ask you to do the same. And maybe you've caught yourself looking in the mirror going, gosh, I look like Charlie, right? Like, gosh, I look like James. I look like Karen, perhaps, right? Nobody wants that for you. You did not come here to be that. I'm so serious. Please don't fall prey to the illusion that you should, pile number 3, or anyone able to catch this. Just saying, all right? Commune with Source is interesting because it comes with the energy, or dare I say, angelic code of 17. Look up those angel numbers, would you? They really help round out the message. I'm so serious, all right, you guys? But also, High key, 17 reduces down to 8. You want to know what 1-8 will do? You want to know what 1-8 talks about? Okay, well, look it up. It's grand. It's grandiose. It's magnanimous. It's in alignment with where you're going. So please, look up those angel numbers, would ya? All right, so serious, you guys. You're being asked to action out in some full type of energy here. All right, now full, it talks about, interestingly enough, on this card, it talks about beginnings, innocence, adventure, and spontaneity, right? But really, it talks about risky behavior to some degree. You might find it feels, keyword feels, right? Risky to make this separation, to actually, speak out your truth, to no longer continue to bite your tongue, to no longer continue to bend to another's will, right? And to your own detriment. Well, congratulations. Okay. It is a risk because on the other side of it, there's some catalytic change. So, of course, it feels risky, right? But just because it feels risky or just because it requires risk doesn't mean that it's automatically simultaneously synonymous with detriment and failure, unless you self-sabotage yourselves into believing and creating that as your truth. Makes sense. And that's why we talk about this, I feel, all the time, you guys, as we're all somewhere on the path, no judgment, only love and light. But it is high time, all right, especially in this new earth energy, collectively, separately, and apart, that you do understand who you are versus who you are not, that you do understand you are not able to be separate from divinity, all right, and so that you can actually take risks with divinity, all right, and know that there is success on the other side of that risk. See how that works? Okay. Because you are being asked to co-create with source energy here on the other side of this full risky kind of energy. And Mark, maybe somebody's name is Mark. Archangel Michael also coming out here in assistance to you, not to your detriment, all right, to assist you with that powerful sword of clarity, truth, enlightenment, okay, sustainability, especially pairing with the Eight of Pentacles, talking about perhaps a new job coming your way as well. Maybe that makes some sense. Love and light, Teresa. And we've got, again, the Hierophant energy, you guys. Hierophant, Hierophant, Hierophant. All right, coming across the board here, coming out for every collective member, regardless of whether or not you resonated with either of the piles. So serious, okay? And you are on the great side of karma, so it makes sense as to why that would be. You are the type of beings, I want to say it that way because general collective, right? Where it's like, God forbid, no pun intended, you actually had to come running to divinity for some assistance because someone offended you, someone blocked you, someone burdened you, someone shat upon you. It's giving you don't want to find out on the other side of Daddy God energy, energetically, spiritually, and intentionally coming off that throne to make change for anyone at this point who's asking for karma and not in the high vibrational sense. So serious. Touch not mine anointed comes to mind. All right. So in the days of current energies, current dispensation that we're facing right now, literally the epitome of the last shall be first. Just saying. All right. Especially when you've got the death card coming out with, I mean, some of these people are not going to survive as spirit leads. Makes sense. All right. Who are we to get in the way of karma? Right? They're not going to have a good time at this. Okay. But also on the other side of this moon energy, soon and very soon, I'm hearing soon and very soon, we're going to see the king. Soon and very soon. And you want to know what the king is? It's both the swords and the pentacles. All right. No offense there. Just literally talking about divinity, bringing in more aspect of divinity towards you because of the buck-ish, speak it in code because YouTube makes sense. All right. That you've already overcome. Okay. And of course, in assistance with that Hierophant energy. All right. It's giving Holy Spirit, source, makes sense. All right. However you need the tag words to come out. And so you are being called to act like you know this. All right. And it's so funny because actually, King and Queen of Swords came out here. So this is getting Kingdom Spouse. There's that phraseology again. Just saying. For those wondering, do I have love? Will I have love? You already exist. You have love, right? Most say God is love even. God already exists. Divinity already exists. Please stop lacking what you already are and what you already have access to, just because it's not coming in the expected manners, forms, and measures. And dare I say consistency, okay? That could be because at your root, you're telling the universe, you're telling yourselves, consciously perhaps subconsciously, and of course repetitively, that you don't have that. And so therefore you're creating that truth for you. Don't do that, okay? Because then you'll have to live out like that, and it'll be like definitely not giving romance. So serious, right? Divine right role and agenda is calling for you. I mean, we talk about it so many times. For you to have love and the romance type of love, okay? Please stop taking your sword here, Queenie, whether guy, girl, what have you, and lopping off the very aspect of the path that's looking to come for you and is very much in existence for you. Okay, you gotta believe though. I mean, I can't make you. I wish I could, but that wouldn't really be so loving. So I stand corrected. Forgive me. I just don't like to see anybody shoot themselves in the foot, literally, proverbially, or mentally. So serious, okay? And so the divine, same deal. So that's why we're talking about it. Because really, in New Earth energy, you are capable of manifesting dreams, goals, wishes, fulfillment, and more. Even for those religious minds, scripturally, we are here to do more than the alchemist Yeshua. Most call him Jesus, all right? And so we are here to do greater works, which means what? Perform miracles. Dare I say greater ones. Just saying, it's not a contest. Might just be factual, depending on whom all I'm addressing and reading. Makes sense? So balance it out, because you rocking in this iffy kind of self-imprisonment, conflicted mental space is not conducive to manifesting all of your dreams, goals, wishes, and desires, right? See how you'd be shooting yourself in the foot there, literally and or proverbially, when you rock with this kind of mentality, mindset, environment, truth. I have to say truth with air quotes, excuse me, truth, because it ain't truth. It's just the truth as you tell it, as you know it to be, and as you're living out. Ooh, don't be that one. This ain't true. Not for you, babe. So serious. So this is the Doodle Tarot. And there is some significance to the inner child coming through in assistance for you. You guys tap in, tap in, tap in. All right. So pile number 3, I want you to get this, okay? If you know you got to walk away from something, walk away from them. If you know you got to walk away from some mindset, walk away from it. If you know you got to walk away from lack, walk away from it. And it starts with you. Divinity's already backing you. Now, what will you? All right? Fear not, because that will rob you of your blessing if you do. I don't want that. Nobody wants that. All right? Much love and light to you guys. So I'm ringing the bell. Final ring. All right, I got to get out of here, I think, sooner rather than later anyhow. So you guys get your questions in. And let's do this. If not, this is where I leave you. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for spending some time, however long or short it was, with your girl. I do appreciate it nonetheless. And thank you for assisting with getting the watch hours up. Thank you for those that will tip and donate. Thank you for those that will book a reading. Gosh, I'd be honored to read your cards. Many of you I often do anyhow, so it makes sense that booking a session might go well too, just saying. But I digress. You have another interview next week? Yes, Cassandra, yes. All right. I'm not sure when you came in, Teresa, so I don't know exactly what you maybe were missing out on, but I'm not going to lay claim to you missing anything. And you guys, if you know that you weren't able to sit for the whole entire session, that's cool, right? But maybe circle back. It does help get the watch hours up, but also it could high key have, you know, something where it's like containing a really specific type of message in there for you. And I wouldn't truthfully want you to miss that, irregardless of the watch hour situation, right? Because again, I'm not here for me. I'm here for you guys. And I love and like my collective so much. So thank you for being a part of this, because it doesn't really work so well without you. Makes sense. I'm literally not here to actually action out a one-man puppet show, in case anyone wondered. So thank you for those that do come on and sit with your girl for a minute, and hopefully you got something out of it. Hopefully it felt good and was positive. That's the intent. All right. You guys be mindful. It is what you make of it too, even regarding the next steps. Okay. So please make it positive. Please make it high vibes. Okay. Make it believable. You got to know that you can, even if you don't know how. Okay. Because you can, truthfully. And for those maybe struggling with that, commune with spirit. Okay. Oh man, that's one of the best ways, having your own personal connection with divinity, regardless of the tag word that you utilize, to uh, identify it. Okay. That's seriously the best way to keep yourselves built up. Okay. Go directly, as they say, to the source. Makes sense. All right. Thank you guys, for those that, really do faithfully trust me to read your cards, to read your energy, and to allow me access to do so. Thank you for those that do hit the like when coming on. Thank you for those that have subscribed. And thank you for those that do continue to participate with the goings on in the channel and in the chat box. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. And if nothing else that you take from today's session, please smile. All right. It really helps you look greater and feel greater. And gosh, don't you deserve to feel at least better than you came? All right. Yes, you do. In case anyone was wondering, who said no? Who said who? No, let me stop. Just checking. Straighten those crowns, you guys. I love you so, so much. Have a beautiful day.